EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
On the morning drive.
Okay, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Please like, subscribe, and share. Right, hit the subscribe button right here. Remember to check this book out. It's on Amazon.com. Check it out, okay? It's on Amazon.com. It is authored by myself, Martin Ifan Shweke. So, stick around for the news now. Good morning and welcome to EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Today, the 8th day of January 2025. Today is Wednesday and the time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7. It's time for newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. This morning we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. Please stay with us.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM ODD presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunite Boys inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 65 79 65 99.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 65 79 65 99 or 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742. This morning, we are going to take you through the news, making the headlines on The Guardian, Leadership, Vanguard, Sun, Punch, Daily Post, This Day, The Nation, and if time permits, we are also going to take a look at Nigerian Tribune newspapers. I am Martin. Let's get started with The Guardian newspaper. NFF appoints Éric Chelle as Super Eagles head coach. Siblings disagree over sale of family house, removal of parents' corpses. IPOB wants Okiro to stay off Ohanese's election. Retired military personnel protest unpaid entitlements in Abuja. Poverty alleviation. Yusuf rolls out 260 million naira women startup capital. 18-year-old victim recounts experience in Rivers gas explosion. Crisis rocks Imo College of Education as COEASU threatens strike. HMPV, Nigerian Center for Disease Control, directs hospitals to strengthen prevention. 2027, El Rufai, Al Mustafa, others meet at SDP Secretariat. Land Use Act, endless wait for property justice, equity, 47 years on. Land Use Act, endless wait for property justice, equity, 47 years on. CNPP backs socio-economic rights and accountability projects call for forensic probe of NMPCL over alleged missing oil funds. Investors eye new listings as 10 players control 54% of NGX's 63 trillion naira. Despite a privatization, federal government to spend 751.7 billion naira on wires, transformers, street lights, others. Police constable dismissed, 8 others disciplined for misconduct. Tinubu celebrates NMPCL boss Kiari at 60. Mufwang inaugurates task force to recover government property. Lagos shuts 528 organizations over noise pollution. LSPWC warns residents against road abuses. ICPC charges El Rufai's aid with money laundering. Niger Delta Development Commission seeks stakeholders cooperation to develop Niger Delta. Minister falls oppositions to Afrocentric foreign policy. Japa, Eba, Agbero, other Nigerian words enter Oxford Dictionary. 43 Dons seek dissolution of University of Abuja Governing Council. Gani Adams tax governors on tighter security in Southwest. Expect 77,000 naira allowance soon. NYSC assures core members. Group 6 Hamzat. Others release over Ibadan Stampede. Federal government upgrades Kuje, Suleja, custodial centers. Tinubu, Obi hail Ghana's democratic progress. Pledge support. Urge renewed African unity. Consumers play planned 2-week power outage in Abuja. Crisis rocks Imo College of Education as COEASU threatens strike. Group urges NMPCL to prioritize crude oil supply to local refineries. Mutfwang inaugurates task force to recover government property. Ikorodu residents threaten showdown with Ikeja Electric over poor power supply. Ikorodu residents threaten showdown with Ikeja Electric over poor power supply. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency made 18,500 arrests, 2.6 million kg drug seizures in 2024. Man arraigned over alleged 146 million naira visa scam in Ekiti. Army neutralizes criminal gang members, recovers arms in Rivers. US condemns ongoing ceasefire violations in Eastern DRC. Edo governor alleges suspended chairman diverted 12 billion naira to PDP leaders. Jigawa established agency for teachers, education managers. Anambra government trains forest guards. Owo cult clash. Group partners Ondo government for safer, secure society. 3. Confirmed dead as container crushes tricycle in Ogbomoso. Kaduna senator flays elders forum for recall threats. Ibadan Stampede. Court to rule on bail request of Oni's ex-wife. Others January 13th. Eco Boys line up. Completed a project to mark Alma Mater's 112th Founders Day. Kanu Council Chair appoints 60 political aides. Anxiety over exclusion of North Central from regional budget. Muhammad converts 3 ex-commissioners to special advisor. Nigeria born Yemi Edun, named among Britain's most influential black people for 5th year. Alake unveils TV drama series on Nigeria's mining sector. Call members to receive 77,000 naira allowance soon. NYSC DG. Kanu local government boss appoints 60 political aides. Ohaneze election. Court restrains chieftains from interference. Rising respiratory infections in China within expected winter rage. World Health Organization. 2024, Lagos shuts 528 organizations, religious centers for noise pollution. Build industries, invest in agric to tackle hardship. Labour Party councils Ebonyi. Governor. Customs receives 573,519 applications for 3,927 jobs in 1 week. Shun politics. Support Niger Delta Development. Niger Delta Development Commission urges stakeholders. FCT IRS lacks power to collect area council revenues. Group. Federal government fails to crash food prices 180 days after promise. 43 Uni Abuja profs ask Tinubu to dissolve governing council. 2024 Police Cybercrime Squad dismantles 5,049 fraud domains. Arrest 752. Flutterwaves founder named among these days young global leaders of the year 2024. Kanu governor vows to crash poverty. Roll out 260 million naira women startup capital. Alamajiris are not out of school children. Federal government. Audit report indicts FIRS over 12.9 billion naira unapproved capital allowance to taxpayers. That's the most we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. From the Guardian newspaper, we'll flip over to Leadership newspaper. Police records 73 sexual violence cases in Bauchi. UK prison officer filmed having sex with inmate gets 15-month jail term. Zulum approves renaming of Borno Varsity to Kashim Ibrahim Varsity. FCTFA laws Benue Governors Cup. Abuja explosion. Eyewitness counters police, says student brought bomb to school. Kanu man loses home worth 20 million naira over 300,000 naira debt. US APC backs Tinubu's warns against baseless allegations. US presidency inaugurates modern healthcare centers in Lagos. Mahama sworn in as Ghana's president. Record threat has failed. Kaduna senator tells elders. Strengthening public health response amid global surge in HMPV cases. Ohaneze crisis deepens as new leadership emerges amid tension. LASEPA to intensify advocacy on environmental pollution in 2025. Abia bans payments in public primary secondary schools. Combat security threats hindering Nigeria's development. Makinde tax military. Police arrest man for planning to exhume parents. MBA creates a platform to combat corruption in courts. Works Ministry votes 10 billion naira for judgment debt legal fees in 2025. Benue paramount rulers endorse JOSTUM's vision for growth excellence. 13 years after, Bond community celebrates end of the year. 13 years after, Borno community celebrates end of the year. Bauchi approves a 13 billion naira access road to support Guana Cement Factory Commissioner. NNMDA champions local solutions to reduce reliance on imported pharmaceuticals. Federal government to flag off construction of Ekom Etomi Abokim Waterfalls Road. Federal government issues advisory on HMPV infection prevention. APA Aku Stadiums renovation, excites NFF President Bazo. APA Aku Stadiums renovation, excites NFF President Wazoa. Northern groups, others reject tax reform bills at Gombe Town Hall meeting. Senegal to host African Athletics Zone 2 under 18, under 20 championships. Napoli frown at Oshimen's rejection of Man United offer. Ex-Abia PDP chairman Waka joins APC. IBB Ladies Open. 400 amateur golfers to swing for honors. Super Falcon star Deborah Abiodun joins NWSWL Club Washington Spirit. Super Falcon star Deborah Abiodun joins NWSL Club Washington Spirit. ABUAD Vice Chancellor calls for uncommon approaches to transform Nigeria's education. Foremost Igbo monarch optimistic of a brighter future for Nigeria. OPEC Nigeria's crude output surpasses 1.5 million barrels per day, first time in 4 years. Foundation supports Lagos market women with cash gifts. Nigeria's population to reach 237.5 million by 2025, United Nations. NESG, MBS, host workshop on proposed economic rebasing. Sani Bello empowers 177 women youths. Industry stakeholders seek key economic reforms for growth in 2025. Recapitalization. GTCO raises 209 billion naira through equity capital program. Kogi speaker celebrates Magari of Lokoja, Mayaki of Cooper's first anniversaries. Ogun to concession Agro Cargo Airport. Kenya, Nigeria lead as Africa's Big Four attract 84% of startup funding. Still on the stories making the headlines on the leadership newspaper this morning. Stock market reverses gains, declines by 152 billion naira. 573,519 seek 3,927 customs job slots. Kaduna Trade Fair kicks off February. KB government proposes construction of new GRA. Stop suffocating opposition. Voices. Atiku tells Tinubu. Suspended Edo local government chairman gave PDP leaders over 12 billion naira in 15 months. Opeboro. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. How lack of power, water, Jabba degrades health sector. How ISWAP senior commanders stores of fighters in revenge mission met their Waterloo at Damas. How ISWAP senior commanders stores of fighters in revenge mission met their Waterloo at Damasak. Troops eliminate 34 Boko Haram ISWAP terrorists in Borno, 6 soldiers killed. 7 things to know about Éric Chelle and his new role as a Super Eagles coach. Let our society be your priority in 2025. Southeast residents, tax governors, customs recruitment. Over 573,000 applicants just for 3,927 jobs. We are committed to tackling poverty in Kanu. Governor Yusuf. Lagos seals 619 facilities over environmental violations. Nigeria's gas output rises 2.9%. Your allegations against APC spokesperson Baseless Alile tells Obi. Edo PDP chairman denies Opebolo's allegation of 12 billion naira distribution. Tinubu meets Obasanjo Jonathan at Mahama's inauguration. Unlike Buhari's, Tinubu's government surrounded with sophisticated. Obi, Atiku, Labour Party blast APC. 7 things we've taken this. Naira appreciates to 1,650 naira per dollar in parallel market. Naira appreciates to 1,650 naira per dollar in parallel market. Tinubu returns to Abuja after year-tired holidays, Ghana trip. Customs recruitment. Over 573,000 applicants just for 3,927 jobs. 180 days after Agri Minister's promise, Nigerians see no drop in food prices. Mubarak Bala raises alarm over continued threats after release from prison. 3 in police net for hacking Ogun CID boss WhatsApp account. Rivers gas explosion. 3 confirmed dead as Commissioner of Police visits victims. NYSC members will soon start receiving 77,000 naira monthly, says DG. 95 dead, 130 injured in Tibet earthquake. That's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages via 081 38 397740 or 081 39256742. You can equally reach us via 08065796599. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning, from the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Sun newspaper. Article: Labour Party activists condemn threats against Obi. Oneze election. Enugu court bars chieftains from interference. Insecurity in southeast. Igbo women urge Tinubu to release Kano. French president faces backlash over Africa remarks. APC chieftain warns against partisanship. Imposition of candidate. Insecurity. Southwest governors must be vigilant over influx of fleeing bandits. Gani Adams. APC chieftain warns against partisanship. Imposition of candidates. I did not threaten Obi's life, APC spokesman Moka cries out. IPOB weighs into Ohaneze Ndigbo election, asks Okiro to back off. NRM not into any online registration, party chairman. Enugu stakeholders support Southeast Development Commission appointments. 2025, maritime stakeholders push for 24-hour cargo clearance, stable effects, improved infrastructure. Tinubu urged to resolve NMPCL Dangote crude supply rift. FX demand for food products rose to $633.6 million in Q3 2024, CBN. Ohaneze election, Enugu court bars chieftains from interference. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Sun newspaper this morning, court orders immediate release of Speed Darlington. Lookman nominated for EA Sports FC Team of the Year. NFF set to appoint ex-Mali coach for Super Eagles. And that's the much we can take from the Sun newspaper this morning. From the Sun newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. On the Punch newspaper this morning, Stampede, Oni's ex-queen, others allege illegal detention. Oyo opposes bail. Military kills bandit kingpin, foot soldiers in Zamfara. Demilitarized Southeast, Igbo Women Assembly urges federal government. Kanu rejects trial resumption, insists on change of judge. Oborowori denies defection rumors. APC alleges underperformance. Nigeria drops in military ranking. US maintains lead. Military retirees end protest as federal government pays entitlement. Cabal in Tinubu's government more dangerous than Buhari's. Dalong. IPOB opposes Okiro, backs Rivers to produce Ohanese leader. ICPC charges Air Rufai's ex-finance commissioner with money laundering. Tax reform. Northern elders, governors maintain opposition as senator lobby. Tinubu calls for Africa's unity. Obasanjo, Zuma attend Mahama's inauguration. Tinubu calls for Africans' unity. Obasanjo, Zuma attend Mahama's inauguration. Adron Homes unveils new logo, eyes global expansion. Imo priest shooting of young man sparks outrage as investigators unfold. 2027, we will resist division in Oro zone. APC chieftain tells politicians. NBA president meets chief of defense staff, decries lawyers' harassment. Gideon, Oka's brother, dies. Alia condoles with family. Abia governor's wife advocates exclusive breastfeeding. Soludo not against Kano's release. Anambra tells IPOB. National interest will guide the 2025 budget screening. Reps. Para recruits 1,811 school teachers. Others. Akwa Ibom governor laments public access vandalism. Abia monarch, prime minister accused Methodist bishop of harassment, seek intervention. Autonomy, local government share hails Tinubu, promises workers welfare. Sanwo-Olu to open 11 roads on Thursday. 2027, El Rufai, Atiku's allies meet SDP leaders behind closed doors. Abaribe hails Otis' achievement, urges Tinubu to release Kano. Father, son arrested for allegedly burning man alive over gene theft in Imo. Sanwo-Olu, okay, we're taking this. Lagos state government educates parents, guidance on child abuse. Kalu backs Tinubu's economic reforms, advocates competition for national growth. Police kill 2 kidnappers, rescue 4 victims in Imo gunfight. And that's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. From the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. Ohaneze, activists advocates postponement of election. Cabals in Tinubu government more dangerous, sophisticated. Dalong. Bauchi, Governor Bala Mohammed reappoints 3 recently sacked commissioners as special advisors. Tax bill. We cannot support reforms that encourages societal divisions. Northern Group. ICPC arraigns ex-chief of staff to El Rufai's over alleged money laundering. TCN, Transmission Company of Nigeria, announces outage in Delta. Kanu atheist released from prison after 4 years on blasphemy charges. Mayit Allah decries killing of Castina chairman, demands justice. You are listening to newspaper headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Daily Post newspaper. Please stay with us.
EBEONADI
Business
103.5 FM OGD presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080 6579 6599.
How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on EBEONADI FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be,
Our government, whatever.
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets, in your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanishku, number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on EBEONADI 103.5 FM as Street Reports unfolds
In your face.
on EBEONADI corner
24/7, 24/7.
Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political views come to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM. It's Martin Ifanishku is here every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders. And most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep it brief. EBEONADI 103.5 FM. Nabakowa production. My business. When I will tell you, AJ radio drama, Éric AJ radio drama, Éric every Monday, 8 o'clock p.m. with broadcast on Saturday, 3 o'clock p.m. Now, EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move and finish your business,
abụ onye Anambra mụrụ ọda agenge m na ọ na-abụ mbata Anambra steeti na-achọ ebe ife na-eme ọ dịka enwe ife na-akọ m ya wee kpee ezigbote enyi m nwoke wee jụ ya kedu ebe ife na-eme na Anambra steeti ọ wee sị m ka ọ na manụbe maka residency hotel dị ofe inu Ogidi m wee sị enyi m nwoke ọ gịnị na-eme na residency hotel dị ofe inu Ogidi ọsị m chelụ sị m na ebe ọ na-achọ ịpịa m na-abụ ole sị m na enwe executive rooms and suites na Ogidi na residency Some come here go na their restaurant ka ata tigo na chef for develop there na aka drop your money van is yes no kan lisi mpa wa shi jam na mbia na their outdoor arena e ba na eme ma wedding traditional marriage dedication naming ceremony shows and displays some na ba nwe swimming pool no kwa nwe for ka weather shide nyo nwe ni mmiri loza for na enwe fe na we ta aka shi na ba ko even na na aga ma no na residency hotels the ofino ka nwa no letola ezi enyi ngwalo nwanne na residency hotel the ofino gidi the well secured in a serene environment. Ọ dị na kilomita 13 Old Enugu Onitsha Expressway. Solukwamo maka anụ m eje de enwe phone nọmba onye m ga-eji book ya na 081 40 933 512. Ana m akpọfa just now ka m book.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on EBEONADI103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 081 38 39 7740 or 081 39 25 6742 or 080 65 79 6599. We are on to the Daily Post newspaper. Kanu atheist released from prison after 4 years on blasphemy charges. Mayit Allah decries killing of Castana chairman, demands justice. Army uncovers hideout of gang linked to killing of soldiers, kidnapping of expatriates in Rivers. Alleged bandits informant nabbed in Benue. Tinubu celebrates NMPCL GCEO Mele Kayari on 60th birthday. Emir of Kanu calls for action against rising drug abuse among youths and women. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Oil prices surge over supply disruption. Gunmen kidnap 46 people in Zamfara community. Work to resume on abandoned 3.65 kilometer Borokiri Okreka road project, says Niger Delta Development Commission. Ohaneze Presidency Southeast South-South Forum endorses Okiro. While Rivers' political crisis lingers by APC share, Omokri tackles Obi over death threat claims. Southeast NURTW, National Union of Road Transport Workers chairman, slams Barau over allegations against Bajabia Miller. Southwest National Union of Road Transport Workers chairman, slam Barau over allegations against Bajabia Miller. APC upholds free speech, says women leader. Ohaneze Okiro is from Rivers. Shelter Africa doles out $24 million for landmark centers relocation plans. Experts seek solution to food insecurity. Ex-agitator greets Kiari on birthday. Kwara shortlist 1,811 for teaching jobs. Governor to inaugurate 11 Lagos road tomorrow. Governor to inaugurate 11 Lagos road tomorrow. Opeboro defends suspension of Edo Council chairman. Sanwo-Olu celebrates compassionate wife at 58. Chetima for Omipidans book presentation. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Reps pledge rigorous scrutiny of 2025 appropriation bill. Makinde commiserates with Okere of Saki over wife's death. Group falls FCT IRS centralized revenue collection policy heads for court. ICPC drags El Rufai's ex-chief of staff to court over alleged money laundering. Boat crash. Navy rescues 8 policemen, 1 civilian in Bayelsa. New coronavirus. Nigeria not at risk. Federal government insists. Tinubu meets Obasanjo, Jonathan at Mahama's inauguration. Tinubu lost NMPCL GCEO Kiari at 60. 2. Confirmed dead as Rivers Commissioner of Police visits victims of gas explosion. Reps fail to commence 2025 budget defense. Gunmen kidnap 46 in Zamfara community. Customs recruitment 573,519 apply for 3,927 jobs. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to this day newspaper. Tinubu leads Obasanjo, Jonathan orders to Mahama's inauguration. In 2024, police dismantled 5,049 malicious domains, cybercrime syndicates in Nigeria. Adeola, tax reforms bill presentation altered January to December. Budget circle tradition. Nasima false federal government's deficit financing model says is making Nigerians poorer. Shun politics, support development in Niger Delta. Niger Delta Development Commission urges stakeholders. Moka, I did not threaten P2B, his family. Trader, Trump has no chance of acquiring Canada as America's 51st state. Ondo court clash. Police arrest 19 suspects as News Commissioner of Police Wilfred Afolabi reads Riot Act. PDP dumps Anyang, accepts Ude Okoye as National Secretary. Nasima falls federal government's deficit financing model says is making Nigerians poorer. Sovereign Trust Insurance named outstanding auto insurance company. How 15 blue chip firms contributed 79.98% of NGX's 62.76 trillion naira market cap in 2024-2025, year of recapitalization, structural transformation. Stock market drops by 152 billion naira to post first loss in 2025. That's the much we can take from the This Day newspaper this morning. From This Day newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Why I want to rename Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Trump. Senator Oyewumi empowers Osun West constituents. Grassroots development. Niger youths urge full implementation of local government autonomy. Sanwo-Olu celebrates wife Ibi at 58. Why Canada will never be part of the US, Justin Trudeau. Rotary BOT chairman to visit Nigeria for advocacy. Polio immunization. Suspended Edo local government chairman remitted over 12 billion naira to PDP leaders in 15 months. Opeboro. Governor Bala reappoints 3 ex-commissioners as special advisors. Call members to start receiving 77,000 naira monthly allowance soon. NYSCDG. Police AIG admonishes newly promoted officers against extortion. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. And that will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your rituals of SMS or messages on 081 or 081 3742 or 08065796599. Now we flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. Yes, as we await network on our WhatsApp portal, let's flip over to our SMS portal. We have this message. It's coming from Mayor Oninji Koka, and it says, Southeast Development Commission prove Tunubu love to Igbos. What a shame to the Igbos. What did he do to others? They did not talk. We are shouting love. What type of love is that? Is it not our right? South, not spiritual. We are giving the same thing. Why is our own different? Because we are Igbos. Let me tell you, we are subjected in Nigeria. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, my brother, Mayor Oninji Koka. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message is coming from Ogochukwu Ifechukwu from Ogidi, and she says, almost all our leaders are jumping into APC party. Upon what they have done to Nigerians, they are doing it for their own personal interest. Ogochukwu Ifechukwu from Ogidi, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our SMS portal, we have this message. It is coming from Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe, and he says, uh, he's reaching us from Ogidi, and he says, the Nnamdi Kanu issue is now looking like a mere vendetta. How can Sunday Igboho get his freedom under some couple of months, and Nnamdi Kanu will be handled as a scapegoat? Is not the same. Is it not the same offense? But both of them committed. Igbos are being treated with levity in this nation. Honorable Onyedeka Sakwe continued, and he says, Anambra State will take suit and sanction most of these so-called pastors that pollute the environment with their loudspeakers mounted all over the places and igniting bomb like fireworks. Mbonani. Now, Edo State has turned to be Soweto under the watch of APC. Honorable Sakwe continued and says, drug is now a business being embraced by Nigerians due to its lucrative nature, but fail to understand that it is a killer pill that can ruin human beings. The Ohaneze Ndi Igbo saga have turned sour, and I don't know if Rivers State candidacy will represent the voice of Igbos. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe. We also have this message. It is coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa Agulozigbo. And he says, Nigeria, our country, is moving to anarchy, and people are living like slaves. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Talking about Agonabo, joining us from Opa Aguluzibo. On our WhatsApp portal, we have this message is coming from Waloto Patrick from Monteje. And he says, I think I can make bold to say that the kind of injustice that is meted on Nigerian civil servants, particularly those at state and local government levels, is better imagined than experienced. Can someone explain to me the rationale behind a situation where a core member receives a 77,000 naira monthly allowance, and a university graduate who has been in the civil service for about 10 years and on the grade level, on grade level 09, for example, receives about 80,000 naira per month, and yet they expect the person not to be corrupt. It is a very unfair. I therefore, he says, okay, I therefore humbly, okay, let's see if we can get all that message, all of it. Okay, he says, I therefore humbly opine that something should be done about that very urgently, otherwise, that very urgently. Otherwise, the collapse of civil service in Nigeria, particularly at state local government levels, is very imminent. Once again, Mwaloto Patrick from Montejo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Also on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message is coming from Famous Christian. He's joining us from Ipite Village, Agunuzibo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We also have this message is coming from Obiora from Okozo. And he says, those who are begging for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu release should stop, because Nnamdi Kanu was sent by God to say the truth about Nigeria and their leadership. And all what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says is truth. So don't fight for God. God knows how to handle the wicked and their plots. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Obiora from Okozo. Okay, still on our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Abuchi from Opo, and he says the Nigerian government is trying in some basis, but they need to work hard about the standard and help to reduce the price of fuel, so it can help to decrease some of the things in our country. This is coming from Abuchi from Opo. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock, so keep a date. And don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Once it's 8:20 this morning, we'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a wonderful morning.
EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi presents Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Are you an upcoming model, actor, rap, R&B, gospel, reggae, or high life musician? Are you trying to find your footing on social media? Do you want to earn money with talents and skills? Do not look any further. Sign up for EBEONADI 103.5 FM Media Talent Hunt and Skill Acquisition Show. Today, you will have the opportunity to learn and become an expert in video coverage, photography, film editing, music production, advertising and social media marketing, content creation, filmmaking, radio drama, magazine production, and many more. Register today at EBEONADI 103.5 FM Ogidi, opposite Ogunike Boys, inside European Residency Hotel Ogidi. For more information, call or WhatsApp 080-6579-6599. EBEONADI103.5 FM. Napakoa Production.
My business.
When I will tell you HJ radio drama, Éric akụkọ ihe mere n'ime ogbe. Ejije radio drama Éric ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. Broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. na EBEONADI 103.5 FM.
If you move and finish your business,
Amara mi re wa di la mo. Ko ko na ka do na na ko na ni ko na ye. Nke ka ku te wona ala ma wo ku na ye mo le ni.
Ekokwana ka call dị nka call. Man is a political animal. That's why we all have our views on politics. Political views come to you at EBEONADI 103.5 FM. It's Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space. Views of political actors from various political parties on political process. Views of labor leaders. And most importantly, your views. Views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to EBEONADI 103.5 FM or you join online via mixlr.com/gistfm. Every Monday and Saturday, what are your political views? Keep a date.
103.5 EBEONADI FM.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe here. You rock. Download. Check out this book. It's on Amazon.com. It is mine. I authored it. Martin Ifeanyi Chukwu. Okay, check it out. Hip hop and Igbo culture. Download. You rock. Download. Yeah.